everyone, and welcome to Total War Rome 2. And we are back with an epic 4 versus 4. Now, this one is from the Dragon Core Discord. It is on the settlement of Tuliferdum, which is a settlement we don't see too terribly often. Every once in a while it comes out. So this is actually an old battle, I think from maybe even a stream. When I was looking at it, I found it in my replay folder from like July of 2021, and it's March of 2022 at this point. So I have no idea what happens in this battle. Yeah, I literally can't even think of what happens in this battle. So I thought it might be fun to get in here and check it out. So let's get into the players real quick. We have for the attackers, first off, as Getae, we have got J-Barbs. Right next to Getae, we have got none other than myself as Bowie. Then we've got Masacely being commanded by AB93. And finally, as Bactria, none other than Gorm Mjolnir. If you don't know, Gorm is another one of the Backseat Generals, a group created by myself, Joe, and Gorm. So it's myself, Gorm, Mjolnir, Joe on it, and more recently we have added Bearded Warman. Now all of their channels are linked in the description. For the defenders, though, we have got Saba being commanded by Centurion, and typical Saba, bunch of camel cataphracts and camel lancers and stuff like that. We have got Tylus being commanded by Taylor Forte, I think is how I would say it. We have got, oh, this is going to be fun. We've got Egypt being commanded by Pozgwin and Athens being commanded by Mexi. So two very similar flags that are going to be a pain in the butt to tell the difference of. Excellent. Fantastic. But this is going to be interesting. So this, on one side, you can see three of us. This is a pretty typical assault for Tuliferdum. Take this area. You have a bunch of artilleries to shell this area. It makes it really hard for the defenders to set up. Then you can also shell the hill. But, interestingly, Gorm here actually setting up to assault over here. You can see he actually has a giant ballista set up over there. I think he might actually have range on this. Yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure this is his range right there. That red line. Yes, I know that the line I drew is green, but you see this red line right here that I kind of drew on. No, right there. This one. Pretty sure that's his artillery range. So, he might be looking to bust a hole in this. That actually is really helpful. For Tuliferdum, getting onto this isn't always the issue. It's when you get back here... nobody ever defends this because of the hill. The hill has such good advantage over the center area. So everybody, when they fall back, they always just fall back to like here and here and here. It's a pain in the ass. So if you could bust a hole through this, it actually puts a lot of pressure on the back end of this defense right there. So I'll be interested to see how this works out for Bactria. I honestly, like I said, I cannot remember. I'm sitting here racking my brain trying to remember like what happens in this battle, and I have no idea. Which is why I thought it might be fun. So really, Getae at the moment is just kind of setting up some defenses to zone out all of this cavalry back here. You know, Centurion can continue to push around the edge, which continues to be annoying, but you can see that Getae's got himself pretty well covered. He could probably even just kind of shift his forces forward if he wanted to. Masacely's general moving forward, I think mostly just to... You know, the one Masacely cavalry is not going to be able to take on that many Saba cavs. So, and here we go. You can see the mass push up. All the artilleries are destroyed.
Move the tower!
Yeah, so really at the moment, the main thing it looks like is we're just moving our armies forward now. We've done what we wanted to do in taking down the artilleries, and now you can see we are beginning to shell. You can see there's a lot of stuff up on the hills. So let's see, I think that's Massace's already there, and then we've got my artillery somewhere back here. I think it's this guy right there. Getae, I think Getae brought an artillery. Maybe he didn't. And Gorm, you can see, is beginning to shell. Man, it's a long shot, Gorm. I'm curious as to if he gets this. So he's at 49% on the wall right now. Wow, 56. Now the question is, does Egypt take his artillery first? That would be heartbreaking. Because he's actually landing shots on this. I don't know how. Artilleries are in Rome 2 are stupidly inaccurate, and especially at this long of a shot, I don't know how he's making these hits. Like, these are hacks, Gorm. I'm calling you out on this. See, those two were short. Oh, no, there's one. Okay, he's down to one. Oh, we got it! Oh, my God! Watch, he right after he gets it, he's going to lose his last artillery. I'm calling it right now. And he is, you can see as he's been doing that, he's been shifting a lot of his towers and stuff forward. Now the problem is with this wall, so you can land here, as you can see what they've done, but you cannot actually land on the rest of this wall anyways. So the only way to get on it is to land or to blow a hole in it. So that's going to be the tough part. I'm curious if he will take his towers to the left. I'm not sure. Or he might bring his towers over this way. He could be bringing his towers all the way over to that gate. All right, we've kind of neglected the other side. I apologize. So it doesn't even look like they're going with a super hard defense here. You know, you could see they don't have a whole ton of stuff lined up to throw javies or anything like that. Usually what you see in these situations is you see, like, you know, 5 units sitting here waiting to throw javies into whatever drops onto the wall. You know, so far it doesn't look like it's that bad, so we might have a decent chance of getting on here. Celtic Warriors leading off. Looks like my troops are going first. Massace set up to the left here, waiting to go in. Tylus is going to be tough. Tylus is a really good faction. There's actually some really good factions on the field now, or on this battle. I mean, Tylus is extremely good. Both Egypt, I think, is one of the better ones. Athens, I'm personally not a huge fan of it, but I do know that some of the core players in the Discord are actually really big fans of Athens. I think Gorm might be trying for going for wall number 2 here. 49. Dude, if he gets this, I'm gonna be stunned. Gorm, you better watch this battle because I'm calling you out. This is BS. You can see all this cav. They're circling around, trying to find something. We as the attackers seem to be doing a pretty good job of protecting our soft spots here. You can see our artilleries are all kind of protected. And it's not that they can't get to the artilleries, it's that if they did go to the artilleries, they would take a ton of damage from Pila and such. So it really isn't worth it. But what is a little bit open is Bactria. You know, Gorm, he's been concentrated on taking that wall down, and as he's been shifting his units around, he is a bit exposed. So I'm intrigued to see, they might be able to get into him here. You know, he's just in the middle of a shift, and Saba, I think, noticed that and said, hey, you know, these guys are in the middle of a shift and not ready to repel a massed cavalry attack. So let's just ring about all of the guys that are ready and go for that guy. It's a smart move. Smart move. More shelling of the hill. How the artillery's doing? 143 on the Masacely one. 14 on mine, but I don't think I've been shooting mine very much. I might be going for a wall here. Now that I look at it. Yeah, I think I am. Which I'm going to tell you right now is surprising. I do not usually go for wall breaches. Not because I don't, like, believe in them or like them. I just... usually other people do it. Oops, sorry about that. So, yeah, I am kind of surprised by that I am the one going for the wall breach. Masacely fully, well, not fully, but now getting onto the wall with the units. When you look this way, he is set up with kind of a kill box. He's got double Egyptian infantry set up with some thorax swords in the back. Rhodian slingers moving around. I think the Rhodian slingers are probably going to set up here and shoot over there. Tylus just kind of chilling. We do have some engagement here. Masacely going in on some Celtics. Oh, and the Rhodians. No, the Rhodians set up right here, shooting right over into the Desert Legionaries. The downside to that, it is the shielded side of this Desert Legionaries, so it isn't going to be quite as effective. If these Celtic slingers were shooting, they might be able to get a better, shot off on it. Very interesting. Masacely, so I led off with a bunch of my Celtics, but now Masacely is the one actually taking over responsibility for this assault at the moment. Going straight in. Looks like he's even using some formation attack. I don't know if that's on purpose or not. And then I assume soon we will see more of myself and Getae getting on. So far, not much. Now, over on the other side, the Cav doesn't look like it's quite got in yet. The artillery seems to be... Did he drop the artillery? Yeah, he dropped it. He actually just ran away. Honestly, it's not a terrible idea. Drop the artillery, run into this little position. So, this little spot here, so you have there and there. That's all there is. So, he actually set himself in a really good way here. Set himself some Eastern Spearmen on either side. And put all the squishy stuff in the middle so that they are not as exposed. Smartly done there, Gorm. Well done. I'm very proud of you, sir. Now, Masacely, honestly, getting kind of beat up. This Desert Legionary already down to 25, or no, down to 23 men with only 25 kills. That's painful. 42, 31, 12, 29. So it looks like not even specifically sure what killed them all. I mean, it looks like probably just javelins. Just kind of zoning around here, taking it. Oh my gosh, the artillery. These tribals are going to be a real pain in the ass to get through. I think that's going to be one of the hardest things here is those tribal warriors are going to be an absolute nightmare. Here comes more stuff up. Honestly, I think we kind of dropped the ball there and wasted a bit of time. I'm a little bit disappointed that I think we had an opportunity to drop quite a bit more troops onto the wall and continue that assault. But as you can see, I mean, a lot of the stuff we did have is no longer... It's dead now. Honestly, though, it does look like we were waiting on the wall to be brought down before we just started dropping more and more troops onto the wall to get slaughtered piecemeal. That might be why there was so much of a delay, is just we were waiting for that wall to be brought down. I still don't think it was the right call. I think we probably did that a little bit wrong. We probably should have kept on the pressure there, but it's fine. So Gorm is going in on the left side. Thorax swords going up against Royal Thorax swords. Okay, so this could be a bit tough. Royal Thorax swords are just the better versions of Thorax, and it's basically just an elite versus a mid-tier. So this could be a bit tough. These Thorax might be in a bit of trouble because seeing that this is a frontal assault, so if we just kind of zoom out here, you know, the assault is going straight in, right? That means that there's no ability for archer fire to come in and support in any real way on either side. But specifically, Egypt is able to throw in those high tiers, and on a one-on-one basis, they win straight up. Typically, the best way to beat that is, you know, if you only have a mid-tier unit, you have archer support or something to support that unit. But the straight-on assault like that doesn't provide for very many opportunities to do that. So it's going to be interesting to see how Gorm handles that, just given the fact that he's just outmatched unit-wise. A lot of javelins coming in on the tribals here. Got one javelin from the sword follower. Mercenary axe warriors now charging in. That should help with the armor. These tribals have 95 armor. Sword followers here are another excellent unit. Only 75 armor, but they really pack a punch. They are a really, really good unit. The axe warriors, like I said, I think are going to help get through the armor of the tribals. Not great jabbies. I probably should have shifted a little bit further to the left before I did the javelin toss here. But it looks like Getae may begin the assault on the hill. Got another tribal holding that. Misasely going in against some thorax swords over here. Now, Bactria, unfortunately, has a lot of forces tied up in this little, you know, hillside fort here. They're all cheap, so it's multiple Easterns. He's actually kind of using the Easterns as padding units. So you can see he's got 2 units layered, not layered on top, but right next to each other. So when you go through hit one square, even if you get through, there's another square right behind it. So actually, I think that's a really good move. Mercenary Syrians moving up. He does have most of his regular mid-tier, you know, up here. The thing that worries me is that he's by himself, and you know, if we can't get enough pressure over here, Bactria could be in a lot of trouble. So you can see that the defenders are really not holding that hard on this position. They are basically giving up this outer corner to then hold the tighter choke points. They probably should have held just a hair bit behind, just because there is this little alleyway here. The hill is going to be kind of a pain in the ass. You got some Sabaean archers up here, Sabaean swords, and there could be all sorts of manner of units up here that we can't see. Most everything up here is pretty much invisible until you get up there, so who knows what is up on this hilltop. You can definitely see that, you know, from the artillery barrages, we were getting kills. These look like Sabaean archers to me. So I'm assuming that these archers were over there previously. Here we go. So the Dacian heavy bows now starting to shoot at them. Dacian heavy bows do have 150 range compared to the Sabaean archer 125. So, uh-oh. Oh, Camel Lancers getting in on Bactria's archers. Persian light archers are breaking. They're running away, so he's probably going to get them back. the Indian armored elephant. The Indian armored elephants went in and supported. That's something to keep in mind, guys. Elephants are a really good backup support to your cavalry. They do really good against horses, so if you ever have elephants and cav, if you can get them into the same fight and use those elephants to support your cavalry, it's actually a really good tactic. So you can see Gorm did get his Persian lights back, and actually pretty healthy too, 95 out of 120. I'm actually pretty surprised that they broke with that big of a unit. They are Persian lights, they're not the greatest archer on the planet, but here we go, tribal slingers, heavy Numidian skirmishers, Celtic bows. The Dacian heavy bowmen are basically going to be our best archers over on this side. Gorm has got 3 mercenary Syrians on the other side, but over here, these are our best long-ranged units. We do have some heavy Numidian skirmishers, which are really good javelin units, though. Looks like he's got 3 of those and then 1 tribal slinger. Tribal slinger, it's all going to be dependent on whether he can get long, straight shots. That's going to be what he wants to get to be using on those. And that can be a little bit tough. You know, in settlements, you typically tend to have a lot of stuff in your ways, like buildings and hills and such, walls. So sometimes finding a straight-on shot at something is hard. Cretans up here, this could be a bit of a problem. So the Dacian heavy bowmen are taking on a lot of the other stuff. You can see the Sabaean archers actually getting some shots in on them from back in the back here. The Cretans are pretty much untouched. You know, they have taken some shots, shot some shots, but that's about it. So if they are not dealt with, it could be a bit of a problem. If you look at the defenders, they have, let's see, 6 Cretans and 6 Cretans and 4 Sabaean archers. Tylus either brought peltis or slingers. For us, we've got the more cav coming in. Once again, the elephant's doing a good job supporting. So for Bactria, we've got 3 mercenary Syrians and 1 Persian light archer. And the 4 Dacian heavy bows, 4 Celtic bowmen. So, I mean, the archer advantage is relatively even, I would say. They've got a bit more better archers, but I think we have a slightly more archers. That cav is really being a pain in the ass for Gorm over here. And I think that's just the camel lancers. I don't think the Sabaean camel cataphracts have even come into battle yet. So over here, what he previously did was he burned down the 2 towers. That means that he doesn't sit here and get shot. And now he is burning down the gate. So that means that he can eventually go through it if he wants to. All right, so it looks like I am going to be the one going after the hill. Charge, men! Charge into battle! Sword followers are going to win this pretty easily. Now, if he's got, what is he? Okay, so he does have Moscot Marauders up here. They could be a bit painful if he's able to get some good cycling into that. Moscot Marauders are actually a pretty solid unit, so that could be a bit painful, I'm not going to lie.
Get running! Warriors,
and now as we've advanced up the hill, the archer fire that we were getting we don't really have as good of an angle anymore. So far, it doesn't seem like we've gained much progress over here. We've got a lot of cycling happening. but nothing too crazy exciting. 80 kills. What's the tribal? 119. Over here, nothing too fancy. 67 on a thorax. The Rhodian Slinger's at 90. Still have a couple units back here. My artillery, 56 kills. I might be out of ammo, or do I still have ammo? Nope, I'm out of ammo. Looks like probably because I spent ammo on taking down the wall. Obviously leaves less ammo to shoot people with.
Withdraw.
Gorm over here has stopped his assault. I think he's seen that there's no point in continuing into this breach at the moment. But as we put more pressure on the other side, he may be able to return to this attack after we have drawn more forces away or cause them to back up, something of the sort. I'm honestly really curious as to whether or not he actually has ammo still on his artillery and is holding on to it just to use later on. Interesting thoughts. 84 kills on the Indian armored elephants, all on cavalry, by the way. I wonder if he killed any of his own men over here. I mean, obviously you could see there's dead Bactrians, but I don't know if it's all due to the cavalry or partially due to the elephants. Goddamn elephants. Oh, this infantry is so banged up. Here we go. It's like a relatively fresh Desert Legionary coming in, getting some jabbies in on the thorax. I like how I like how everybody had their bows out, but this guy had his dagger out. Like, I don't want to shoot my bow anymore. I think we're good. I think they're doing some cycling here. It's the only thing I can think of. More of Bow AI's units, my units, moving to the hill. Up here we go, switch out, Moscow Marauders. So many arrows. Oh my gosh. 101 kills, 86 kills, 65. Dacian Heavy Bows, 122, 92. 85, 131. Really, oh my gosh. Just pretty much wasting anything that shows their face on the hill here. Oh, and here we go, more Cretans. So these are the Egyptian Cretans. Bactria went back in. Interesting. Those two really depleted units that were sitting by the towers actually ended up going into the settlement and are now dying. Very interesting. Now here we go, Bactrian Hillmen climbing. So what he's going to try and do, he's going to try and get these Hillmen into a position where they can at least neutralize the gate, so then he can go right through it. If he can get it neutralized, now that it is destroyed, he can now move through the gate freely, and if it's neutralized, it will not drop burning oil on him. I believe that is the goal. I'm a bit surprised that the Cretans are kind of just laying into this. I guess, okay, it is a heavy Numidian skirmisher, and heavy Numidian skirmisher with only 10 kills, it hurts. That's painful. Ooh, we got Getae spears going into battle now. They have 48 kills. Look at that. I don't think this unit was very good, to be honest with you. Now my sword follower is moving out of combat. 116 kills. It's okay. Misacely has taken so much ammo in this battle. It is disgusting. That is all. Now, all these units here from Getae actually falling back. I'm actually surprised how much stuff Misacely actually has here. Oh, I do. Okay, I do remember this little part. I remember trying to get on this wall because on the wall you actually have like a shot over here, but I couldn't get them to do it and I was very disappointed. I do remember that very specifically. So what is the goal here? So you can see we have basically pulled off every attack here. Bactria is still going all in. Oh, he sent the elephants right down the gate. Oh my god, what a Chad! Oh no, he lost some now. He's got 91 kills with a chevron though, that's pretty good. You know, I always say a chevron per 100 kills, he did pretty solid. But they're just getting poured into. Come on, get some more kills. You can do it. You can do it. They're getting no kills. Well, for one, Athens doing the smart move here, going shield wall. It means that the elephants have a hard time getting into the unit to get kills. Basically what happens when you go shield wall, the elephant or chariots, and it works on both, tends to like go around the unit rather than going through the unit. Smart job by Athens. Thorough spears set up right behind. Ready. Oh, that's a thorax, royal thorax. But excuse me. But he had, regardless, he had a thorough spear set up right behind the line to throw at those elephants. Oh, and here comes the Saba cataphracts. Oy vey. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I think Bactria is out of this one. I mean, he still has units, he's still fighting, but it doesn't look too fantastic. Now, back on the other side, like I was saying earlier, I'm not 100% sure why. I mean, you saw there was a pretty big kind of fallback. We pulled our troops off of the assault, and it stopped attacking. I'm not 100% sure why. It does look like... Wait. What is Getae? Did Getae maybe drop? Because look at this. Getae threw 3 noble swords into this combat. I'm curious as to if Getae dropped from this battle, because usually players don't throw like 3 units into 1, you know. At least not in in-house battles. And nothing that Getae has done so far in the game would make me think he would throw in 3 units at the same time. Unless he, like, was raging? I don't know. I honestly don't know. So Getae is J-Barbs. Yeah, I don't know. I'm betting he dropped. I hate to say it, but I bet he dropped. Which, shit happens. It happens. Happens to the best of us. Especially with this game. This game, unfortunately, is just, like, seems to be slowly rotting from the inside. This is just a nasty position to try and get through. This one thorax sword holding back the hordes of Bactria while they get charged in the back by Marib camel cataphracts. I will say the one bonus is that the elephant bodies actually protect you a little bit from the cavalry charges. Bounce power just does not look good. It's not great. It's pretty bad. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys here. It's pretty bad. Oh my gosh, the noble swords. just yeeting into this combat.
Warriors, move out!
Noble swords. Okay, so it does look like we're about to take the hill. What that's going to do, it's basically going to force the defenders back. Because of this hill, it gives you such a vantage point over the entirety of the center here that it's once it's taken, it's pretty much impossible to hold this area. Now, with the overwhelming archer support that they basically have from the 6 Cretans here, that might be wrong in this situation. Look at the Sabaean archers here that got wiped. Oh my god, Cretan archers 212, 174, 148, 188, 150, 190. Camel cataphracts came back into the settlement because Bactria is gone. Very painful. No bueno. I'm wondering if we ever even get through this position, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this is terrible. Oh, this is bad. Athens just dropped a pike bomb on us. And honestly, because of all the archer play early on, I don't know that there's any ammo left. 144, hold on, let's see. Daggers. Oh, they've got bows. Okay, so there's some. Daggers, I'm pretty sure. Yep, daggers. Oh, and Getae's. Oh, no. Getae is, like I said, I'm almost positive that he's dropped. So his even if he does have archer ammo, he's probably going to be really stupid with it. How disappointed. And look at this. He's going to send these units around to, like, capture all this shit that doesn't matter. This just got very rough. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? There. Or there's one at least. I wouldn't be surprised if Athens has 2 pikes. It's a thorough spear. So yeah, he's got 1 over here. He might only have 1. I think he left this position to get away from the hill because he might be afraid we still have ammo. I'm not sure. The Spikes already have 12 kills, and they've lost nobody. It's good. Dude, this place, this is where the Pike should be, right here. Once again, I'm sure he's worried about archer ammo, might even be worried about the tower shooting him, I don't know, but I do think that this position is the place that Pike should be in. Just given how tight the choke point is, it's pretty well protected from either side, and the fact that we're out of archer ammo really kind of takes away its biggest threat. Camel cataphracts around the outside. Rhodian slingers, ooh, 221 kills. That hurts. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And here come all of the other troops that were holding the other sides. So this was fun. Honestly, it was fun, kind of going back to a battle that it's been long enough that I don't remember anything about it, and kind of seeing what happened. I don't usually like battles where people drop, mostly due to things like this, where, you know, the AI just does really stupid things with their armies. But this battle's been actually pretty entertaining. It's been kind of fun to watch, you know, like, hey, this is a battle that happened, you know, 8-9 months ago. You know, go back and kind of look at what happened, what went wrong, what should you have done. You know, in my opinion, Bactria probably should have held off a tiny bit on his attack. I think that what really needed to happen was our attack needed to make further progress before he came in on his other side. So when he was attacking over here, he should have held off a little bit until we got more pressure, maybe even got up onto the hill and then attacked. I think that was one thing. I think that Bactria should have just chilled out a little bit. Number two, Getae dropping sucks. There's not really a whole lot can be done about it. Oh no, so they don't just so they had the Athenian pikemen, but they also have an Egyptian Hellenic Royal Guard. Oh, look at this. Athens actually brought a scorpion. Nice. A Greek scorpion. It's got 42 kills. Huh. I think I now understand why the name of this game in my replay folder was Pikes No. I have a feeling that it's not going to be fun. Because once they realize that we are out of ammo, those pikes are going to go in and we're going to be screwed. Oh, the mosh pit. Oh, and here they come. Hellenic Royal Guard's a really good pike, too. I don't like it at all. No. And here they go, pike formation, the long pokey coming out. And they're either going to sit there or they're just going to start marching forward. Wouldn't be surprised if they just sit there because since Getae's the AI, he will just charge into those pikes. I am honestly intrigued to see how many kills these pikes get. Let's take a bet right now hold on, we're going to pause the battle real quick. I want you to comment in the comments section, how many kills do you think that the Hellenic Royal Guard from Egypt is going to get? Comment in the comments section before you move forward in the battle and see how many kills they got. Good luck and Godspeed. All right, press play. My guess, 321. That's my guess. So far, they really haven't got much combat. They've got 2 kills at the moment. That's about it. You could see that everybody that's not Getae is avoiding that side at all possibility. The problem is that eventually that Athenian pike's going to go into combat as well. We do still have the threat of the Saba cavalry. You can see we got like a Levy Freeman holding the breach. Levy Freeman's not that. I mean, Levy Freeman's not a bad anti-cav. They're good at zoning stuff out. But something as heavy as the camel cataphracts is going to annihilate those Levy Freemen. So in the end, I think the Masacely general's probably going to have to get involved there. All right, here we go. Nope, Getae's still hung up by 1 Egyptian unit. Royal Thorax Sword, 16 men. After this goes, they're going to go yeet right into the Hellenic Royal Guard. Oh, here we go. Oh, God. 3, 4. We got a battle rhythm on them now. You can see all the stat boosts that the battle rhythm gave it, the little white part at the end of the green bar at the bottom left. 12, 13, 15, 16. All right. The other side, pikes have not gone in yet. Still kind of duking it out with, oh, it's an Oathsworn now. The cavalry still hasn't come up. $37, $38. Now, so they're saving this pike. They continue to send in other units before sending in the pike, even though they could just send in the pike. Hellenic Royal Guard up to 62 kills now. 62 kills and a single chevron. Because all he's killing is noble swords. Now we got Oathsworn v. Oathsworn and Royal Thorax. That's rough. Now, if I was smart, I would send this sword follower around the edge here. 103 now on the Hellenic Royal Guard. Another Royal Thorax. Oh my god. I don't think Egypt brought anything except Royal Thorax sword for infantry. To be honest with you, I don't think he brought, like, thorax or anything like that. Thorax swords, regular thorax swords. My Oathsworn is not going to be able to take on, you know, 3 different elites. Hellenic Royal Guard, 148 kills. This has kind of been the focus of the end of the battle now, is just how many kills does the Hellenic Royal Guard get in this travesty. This has been fun, though. I've enjoyed doing this. This has been fun, kind of looking back at a battle that I don't remember anything about. Here comes the cat. Nope, never mind. They pulled. Wait, yes, they are. No, they aren't. Maybe. Okay, they're going in. The Sibian Camel Cataphracts, 400. Oh, my God. 3 chevrons, 468 now. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Marib Camel Cataphracts come in next, if they swap. Hellenic Royal Guard, 213. The Masacely General just doing everything he can against the Camel Cataphracts. 528, by the way, on the Camel Cataphracts. Hellenic Royal Guard, 245. 2 chevrons. Over here, Royal Thorax. This is a fresh Royal Thorax. I think they've swapped them. Yeah, this one, 182 kills. Looks like the Oathsworn from Tylus broke. 258. And Camel Cataphracts. Well, the first unit is probably going to break here. 581. Yep, he's gone. But still got the Marib Camel Cataphracts. 136 kills on them, and still 80 out of 80. Nice. 298, 300. Oh, it's going to break my guess. Yep, it's going to, oh my gosh. Yeah, 321 was my guess, and he's already past that. Oh my God, what? Ugh. It's so painful. Why? Why? I don't like it. Let's get in here and get ourselves a good screenshot. How about that? 369. I'm intrigued to see in the comments what numbers people's guessed and see how close people got.
Take the hits!
381. Unfortunately, I think Army Loss is probably going to see, yeah, look at that. Literally, just as I said it, starting to kick in. We still have some, you know, like my general's still alive. I think the Masacely general's still alive. But Masacely deals with bad morale, so especially if Masacely's general dies, it's a huge problem. I could say one thing. At least the noble sword. No, they're not. Oh, I was gonna say at least they're retreating in the other direction, but they're not. They're retreating right into the pikes. Oh, no. Oh my God! 443 kills. Silver chevrons. My general's all that's left. It's my general. That's it. Oh my God. 123 men. Army losses. 489. Oh God. The Athenian pikes didn't even have to go in. Oh my God. 530. Oh my Lord. 570 or 564. Oh my god, so what's the problem is that a lot of our units are trying to retreat through the pike, and that's why he's getting all these late game kills here. But once my general breaks, that's it. Oh my god, he's up to 800 kills now. Oh my god. Once again, I know I'm like making a bit, it is crazy numbers, but you know, you think about the fact that it's because retreating units are running through it, so they are kind of trash time kills. They're really not like super great kills, but it's still pretty crazy. I mean, you don't see those numbers very often. All right, so things didn't go well. I'm just going to preface this by saying this. Things didn't go well. Starting off, we have got me as Bowie with 1,997 kills, leading my team. To be perfectly honest with you, 100% could have done better in almost every facet of my units here. Archers, those 156, 144 is not bad. AB 93 is Masasley 8. So much ammo. So much ammo. So much. It was painful. Oh, 160 on the ballista, though. J Barbs as Getae 1339. He definitely would have done way better than this if he hadn't crashed or dropped or whatever it was. Gorm, man, I hate to say you had a rough time today. That I don't think that went according to plan for you. But that's okay. It doesn't go, you can't win them every day, right? For the defenders, we got Mexi as Athens with 2,143 kills. Archers did really good. 224 on the Greek Scorpion. Rhodian Slingers, 247. Oh my god, look how healthy he is. God, just moving on. Leading the game, not just the team, we have Egypt with 2,593 kills. Now, keep in mind that a huge chunk of those numbers come from right there, 857 on the Hellenic Royal Guard General. His archers did really well, though. And then look at the 318, 233, 163. Centurion as Saba with 1,543 kills. Really, his Gav did most of his damage. 583 on one of his Camel Cataphracts. Taylor Forte, 1,860 kills as Tylus. He ate most of our attack. He got 2014 or 214 kills. 234 on a Celtic Warrior is really good. 182 on a tribal. That is going to be it for today's battle, though. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time.